And we're back. Okay.
We're back.
So
It's Monday, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought of one.
Okay.
I don't know what, you know.
I got nothing.
I got something.
Okay.
It's kind of, it's not super deep, but it's deep enough. It makes you think. It taps into.
We never know what'll happen.
I know. I was
Could
like,
be
let's go
super
light
deep.
and so I can laugh and keep it down. But
Okay, all right.
no,
we're
this
going
one
light.
it's not, it's like right in between. Okay, so this is what I thought of.
Okay. Sure.
Should you go back in time, be able to go back in time and meet your like 6-year-old self or 5-year-old self?
Oh.
Right? How cute, right? What advice would you give yourself? What would you tell yourself about life? Not too broad, just like if there was a tidbit of info. And I thought about this and I was like, I so know what I would say, but I definitely want to ask you what you would say.
Maybe start.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, maybe share it.
This is
now I'm like
okay.
invested in
I
what
know,
you're
right?
thinking.
I just would say to myself, girl,
Watch your faces and
first of all, you're never going to get rid of your freckles, so stop trying. But, no, I would say it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It doesn't matter. And I would, if I could comprehend these words, I would say what other people think of you is none of your business.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. And that would have changed a lot, a bit of a trajectory, I think.
Yeah.
Not necessarily better or worse, just,
You're clear.
yeah. That's what I know I would say that. I'd probably say a shitload of other things, but that was a big thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
This is, I've never been down this road.
Oh my God, my mom used
You
to work
always
down
take
here.
me where I've never been.
Girl, destination
Wait,
unknown.
whatever. I want to buy this piece of property, by the
Think
way.
of the apartments on top and all of the
Can you
wonderful shops
even
underneath.
literally imagine like what I would, and it would have probably a roller rink. Just saying.
We're passing the old water company here.
Yes, that's where we
Are
are.
we in Oradell or are we in Hallwood? I'm not quite sure. Now we're in
No,
Oradell.
this can't be
My
Hallwood.
mom used to work at St. Joe's.
That's
That's where our
scary.
water used to be treated.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I've never been down the street. That's incredible. Probably have. I
This
just
is
don't
first
remember.
time.
So, I don't know. Do I even have the capacity to not ever go deep with something? I don't even know
No.
anymore.
No.
It's sort of funny. Haha. Is it really?
Right.
That's
It's
my
all
question
funny.
all the time. Like, is it really funny?
Mhm.
Or is it?
Right. What kind of
Gosh, I've been thinking about, hello? May I just buy that house? I'm gonna just walk, can we?
I think there's an office in there.
That house is so beautiful. This one too.
Yes, indeed. This is
you
Grove
guys,
Street in Oradell, by the way.
Listen, I'm gonna set up my phone to record facing outward, so when we digress like this, at least people
Holy
understand
shit,
why we're
look
like,
at that.
squirrel.
Yeah. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Right.
Okay. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately, actually.
Okay.
Because I am really, really beginning to embrace not only my parenting journey, right, but my coaching parenting journey.
Amazing. And the two crisscross so beautifully.
And the aura of the idea around the children, right? And how we can start healing the parents to start teaching the children at a younger age that they are worthy, right? And that so I'm fascinated by this whole idea that we learn so easily to feel less than.
Oh my God. So
right? Like it just takes a minute.
It takes one experience or one sentence from someone as a child.
Seriously.
And
And that's the thing that sticks, right?
Yeah.
And it's
if there's emotion tied to it, it sticks. You know who taught me that? Dr. Joe Dispenza.
if there's emotion.
If there's an emotion tied to the experience, That's the
if
memory.
you
Right.
experience an emotion.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can
Which
see that
think
for
of
sure.
that. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Ugh. And it's shame, right? It's immediately, it's like attached. Oh, we could go so deep. Oh my God, I love where this just came out. I'm
Right?
literally getting like this is, destination used to be unknown, but now I'm getting
Destination
like
learning her way around.
yeah, this is great. It's like a class. So I think about what you're saying, that you would tell your 6-year-old self, right? That what people say or think about you, like, it doesn't matter. Great. How do we actually learn? Is it words? Is it actions? Is it experiences? What is it that can actually teach that 6-year-old that to live that truth?
That's
And
one
I've
of the
been
great mysteries.
going down that path, like really like a lot lately, to try and figure out, like, and understand human development and behavior, and
Right.
because that's my answer too. Like, how would I go back and convince myself that what I seek is already inside of me and not outside of me?
It's always been there.
So that is, and I am actively kind of working on when I have, it's like Xavier School for the Mutants or whatever.
I
Like,
know.
I literally picture
Yes.
I'm going to have a school where we teach
Super
our
mutants.
children to embrace their superpowers, which they have, and they just don't know.
Oh, the things that they
So that's kind of becoming this, like, my heart is beating a lot more around that.
It's funny because I was thinking about that this past weekend. Past like 4 days.
Yeah.
I'm like, there were many ideas swirling in the winds of the tornado. that came
Yeah.
through. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, imagine I could have attended such a school like that, or sent my kids to a school like that.
It's
Like, imagine.
So here's the other piece of this, right? So I'm doing, I'm not in the certification course yet, which is going to happen. But I am doing a course that, again, Dr. Shafali, if any of you have watched any of the previous episodes, you know that I'm like a fan, big fan. So I think she's really brilliant, and her ideas around, really, what's interesting is she gained fame around conscious parenting, but really it's just her philosophy of being conscious in everything. And if you're conscious and aware of your own self, yourself,
that will overflow.
yes, they're not, like, I know these ideas, I've heard them for years, I've thought about them for years, but like actually being instructed by a teacher who is, okay then, you can just help yourself onto our side of the road. Hey now.
Little nugget stuck on the side of the
Being instructed by someone who's like teaching it in a way, and I'm just learning so much from her, but essentially she's explaining that, and I've always said this, like, is it not crazy that we need to have licenses for so many different things, and parenting isn't one of them?
It's a free-for-all shit
You
show.
can bring a human being, a life into this world, right? And I get that we're not going into the whole political, there's no way to regulate it shit.
Right.
I'm just talking about,
we're political free.
and so most of us that become parents, by decision and not, we go into it hoping that we'll be great parents because we're going to love our children.
Right.
Great, perfect, great way to start. Here's the thing. The way that we love our children is a manifestation of how we were brought up and the child inside of us that's yearning to be loved a certain way that we didn't get. So what do? We impart all of our baggage and our bullshit in the name of love,
of course,
right onto these beautiful,
perfect
spiritual little beings.
Exactly.
And it's hard to see that, and it's hard to admit it, because you know, all right, you're like, we've talked about this, right? Like, not you, but yes,
And
you
yes,
and I have talked
yes.
about this, but this example is not you. But
Right.
like you grew up and your parents were assholes.
Right.
Generationally and through their development, they only taught what they knew.
Right.
And so it's not even forgiving your parents, it's just releasing it. It's just releasing it and understanding that most parents literally did the best that they knew how with what they
At
had.
that moment. Absolutely.
Even
true.
if they were raging drunken assholes,
I know.
literally that is the best that they knew because that's their development. Okay, great. Now you have children and you think, I'm never gonna do that, and so you overcompensate by doing the opposite, which can be just as fucking damaging.
I know.
But nobody teaches this.
Because there's like, she's the closest I think that there is right now to a parenting professional or teacher.
She's amazing.
But before her, I mean, parenting is just, there's no book. I mean, there's plenty of books.
Right, there's books, but and her book goes against probably every other book you've read. And I just love it so much because you just have to hear her talk. I'll try and bring some of these snippets in here, but yes, so it's maybe not so coincidental that you're asking me about the child thing today because
that's like, you're right.
It's just been on my mind.
And this happens week after week.
Yeah, I know. It just always does. It's like, I don't have to know because I know whatever's going to happen is going to be divinely meant to happen.
Of course. In the right timing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is what I would say about that today.
Damn girl. Deep dive with Laura.
Deep dive.
Deep dive.
Deep dive with Shafali.
Speaking of, did you listen to Mod Valley this morning?
No, is she on it this morning? Oh my God!
Wait,
no, you know what? I was listening to something else.
It was it has everything to do with parenting, conscious parenting through COVID. This whole entire thing. Oh, unbelievable!
Stop.
Unbelievable! And how she's like, this is the complete breakdown of control. This is the epitome of
hell's yeah.
Of letting go of everything because you have no control.
Yep. She's like, how are you going to choose to deal with this? Like, it's basically, she's
raw
tough.
and
like,
amazing. It's amazing.
She definitely, she definitely goes
for
the jugular sometimes.
She does a little bit here today.
Yeah. In such a and she's just like, listen, like it has to happen.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I'm more like, stroking, like, okay, it's okay.
Right,
you know? And then I hear her and I'm like, you fucking
yeah, I know.
Like, let's just pull up our big girl pants and freaking figure this shit out now. Like, now's the time. Like,
yep, you're rock bottom collectively right now. We're we are rock bottom, and she breaks it down like the richest white people and the poorest white people and the richest black people and the highs of society and the lows of society
that we're like all
everything equal right now.
Yeah.
All of our lives have been shut. Your little high-end high tea or your bars or your backyard
whether
parties.
It's a dive bar or a or a country club.
Cuts you right down to your knees. And and this is a time to go inward and inside and be in the moment. That is literally all we have. If this is not a lesson in that, what the fuck is?
Yeah, she definitely is like that too. She'll be like, when are you gonna realize like we're all one being? Like we're meant to experience. We all have the same experiences, and it's only when the minute you judge someone else, you remove yourself from the whole.
Yeah.
Whether you're judging them as being above you or below you.
Right. Oh yeah.
She's like, it's not about a judgment of, I'm better than this person. It's, I'll never be that because this person is X, Y, and Z. That's a judgment that removes you. And we're all human and we all have the same experiences in different ways.
Yep.
And this can go on. We're at 14 minutes.
We're at 14 minutes. And P.S. one more quick thought on this. You don't have to be a parent to listen to her.
Oh, no.
Teenagers listen, 20s listen.
So
anyone who can wrap your head around.
Let me point this out. So she actually explains. So if you're thinking about having kids, even if you don't have kids, you can apply her philosophies to your closest relationship.
Yeah.
So if that's your sister, your
spouse.
best friend, your spouse, whatever it is,
Your boss.
she's
your
like, at the
landlord.
end of the day, it's you're healing yourself,
Yeah.
and that is you. How you see yourself is how you relate to your closest relationship. So she designed it
Right.
around parenting, but it doesn't have to be
It's right.
parent to child.
Right. Because anyone who gets
So
there
yeah,
knows a
I
winning.
can't recommend her more than I do. It's
I know.
she
Listen today. Listen to today's Mind Valley.
go
podcast.
Mind Valley on Spotify. Well, I do it on Spotify, right? The Mind Valley podcast. That's what it's
You
called.
find it wherever you want to find it.
Find it wherever you
Wherever
want.
the hell you want
Where
to
the
find it,
hell
it's
you
there.
find it, and
All right?
enjoy that, and
Enjoy
then
that.
comment.
Please, thank you. Ciao.